What's going on, Straight Talk About Life listeners? I appreciate you for joining me on today. Thank you so much. I am thankful to TikTok for allowing me the opportunity to be able to now share my podcast on there. I'm very thankful. And I've always said that if I can say something to reach one person, I've done my job. I mean, what I talk about may not be for everyone, and I get that. But sometimes I say things that may resonate with someone. Um, my purpose for doing the podcast is to motivate, uplift, and encourage others. So if I could do any of those three things, then I've done my job. It's nice to get the likes and the hearts and all of that, but that's not why I do this. If I only get one like, if I get 0 likes, I'm cool with that. As long as the message is received by whoever needs to hear the message. Um, if you're listening to me over on my web radio station, thank you so much for getting up so early in the morning to tune in and listen to me. I appreciate you. 6 o'clock is really early. But some of you do come over and listen to me at 6, and I really appreciate it. Um, if you're listening to me on Spotify, Google, Amazon Music, Google, any of the 10 platforms that I'm on, thank you for pressing play. It means a lot to me. All of the different countries, you all show me so much love, and I really appreciate it. You know, they always say that the most support and the most love would come from people that don't even know you. And your own family will not even show you that support. And hey, I'm one of those people, and it's cool. It's fine. It is fine, fine, fine. Um, maybe one day, I can get that support. Maybe one day, just for the heck of it, some of them may press the play button and tune in, and maybe I'll say just the right thing at the right time, and maybe it'll help them, but it's all good. And I know that some of the things that I talk about on my podcast is not for everyone. I get that. But it takes nothing. It's absolutely free to show support, to press play. And you're here with me today, and from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate the support. You know, I want to say that there is power in throwing a block party. A block party. Pressing that good old block button. That is for your phone, social media, emails, whatever. Throw a good block party. Sometimes we need to clean house. Sometimes you need to go through your contacts, take inventory, see what's going on there. If you have people on there that are not helping you become your greater self, if they're not helping you to evolve in life, if they're hindering you from becoming the person that you were meant to be, throw a block party. Yeah, you can delete them, but if you throw a good block party, they can't come back unless they figure out a clever way to get in touch. Some of them will get that Text Now app and switch up phone numbers. Hey, they'll be creative if they want to reach out. But the moral of this story is occasionally throw you a good block party. Get rid of people that are not helping you in life. Sometimes we need to change our circles. And people may think you're acting funny because you decide that you want to switch up and you don't want to be friends with them anymore, or if it's family, if you don't want to come to certain events because you know how your family is. Hey, in this season of our lives, we're trying to evolve. Okay? We're trying to elevate. We're trying to become our higher self. And sometimes hanging out with family, hanging out with friends will hinder you from doing that. You will not be able to reach your highest potential dealing with people that are not going anywhere in life. If you're sitting around people that are content with living check to check, drinking, smoking, not doing anything with their lives, sitting up gossiping about other people that are trying to do things with their lives, that's not it. We don't have time for people that are not trying to help us elevate. And I think it's really sad that some people will sit and say that you're acting like you're trying to be better than other people, or you're acting like you're too much or whatever because you don't want to deal with their foolishness. Me personally, I don't have time to deal with foolishness. I'm not going to be on the phone gossiping about anyone. I don't have time for it. I don't like it. If there's someone that has issues or have something going on, clearly they need help. Clearly they may need money. Clearly they may need counseling. Something is going on. So who am I to sit in judgment of anyone? Who am I to do that? Who are you to sit and do that? No one is perfect. So we can't sit on a pedestal and talk about other people for what they have or don't have, or what they're doing and not doing, and judging their lives and all of that. You would not catch me in that. And you shouldn't be involved in things like that either. That's just my opinion. Because all that does is brings down your frequency, for one. It keeps you at a low vibration because now you're amongst everyone else. Now you're sitting there gossiping and judging other people and thinking that you're superior. You're going to block your own blessings and what you have coming in life because you want to sit with your friend or your buddy or your family and talk about nothing all day. Don't be one of those people. Don't. Always strive to become your better self. It's always something that you could do, not just to help yourself, but to help someone else as well. But everything starts with self love. If you don't have self love, you don't have anything. How can I be in a relationship or a friendship and tell that other person that I love you and actually mean it? And I don't even love myself. I'm not doing anything to progress in life. I'm sitting up judging other people all day, not wanting anything out of life. How can I sit and tell you that I love you and I'm doing all of those things? If I'm doing that, I don't even love myself. It's impossible. So always get yourself together first. Work on your inner self. Sometimes you might have to isolate and be by yourself for a while just to kind of figure things out. Sometimes all of the noise in the world will drown out your thoughts and what you really need to be focusing on. Sometimes distractions may be sent your way just to throw you off your path. But if you're strong enough, you'll be able to recognize it. You'll be able to recognize all of those distractions. So let's weave out all of the distractions, all of the messiness, all of the people that we need to get rid of, and focus on our inner selves. Sometimes people have past childhood traumas that has a lot to do with things that are going on in their lives right now. I'll be honest, I've had some as well. I have been working on and I am still working on them. I'm not going to tell you to do something that I wouldn't do for myself. I'm working on that. You have to start with your inner self and figure out everything that's going on with you before you can even begin to love someone else. And once you develop self-love, the sky is the limit. You'll be so much happier. You'll have so much peace. If people come to you with drama, you wouldn't even have time for it. You wouldn't even have the want to even be involved in something like that anymore. Because you've done the inner work. And you know that participating in something like that is not going to be good. That's not going to help you elevate. It's not going to help you become your better self, your greater self. And of course, that's what we're all wanting to do. That's what we should want to do. We should all want to be respectful, decent people. And in doing so, sometimes you have to shed that dead weight. Even if it's your mother. And I know some people will probably say, oh no, not my mama. Oh no, Lord. Yes, sometimes mama can get it too. If your mother is not a good person and she's hindering you from being your greater self and evolving in this life, you can still love your mother, but you just don't need to be around that type of energy. You know, it took me years to really understand that. It took me a long time to come to the conclusion that some people are just not meant to be in your life, regardless of their titles. Because that's all they are, it's just titles. Being blood related to people doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to feel like family. I say if you're around your relatives and it doesn't feel like home, it doesn't feel safe, if it's not a loving environment, you just feel out of place. That is not the place, those are not the people that are for you. That's not the place for you. And I'm glad I know that now. Because years ago, you couldn't have told me that. I would have said, look, that is my mother, that is my aunt, that is family. I have to talk to family. I have to communicate with family. We're blood related. Through this journey I've been on, I've seen so much. I've heard so much, and I've learned so much. Um, yeah, even those family members can get the block party as well. And if I'm honest, sometimes the people that are blood related are the worst ones. They are. They really, really are. And I know I share a lot on this podcast. Sometimes I think I'm oversharing, but hey, I'm going to be completely honest about my life. This is my life, my podcast. I'm going to be honest about things, especially things that I think could help someone else. So, I haven't always had the closest relationship with my mother. Um, she's been in and out of my life for many years. Starting at the age of 7, she left, and I didn't see her until 7 years later. And, we haven't had the best relationship, but regardless of what went on, I still wanted to try to reach out, still wanted to try to have that relationship because I was stuck on titles. This is my mother. So, I need her in my life. But over the years, she's shown me that just because someone gives birth to you and they have the title mother, it doesn't make them your mother. Their actions determines that. And regardless as to what this lady has done to me or what has happened in my life, I still love her. I still have love for her. That's never going to change. But at this point in my life, I don't desire to be around that type of energy. And it really doesn't matter if certain people judge me for having that opinion. Actually, she made that decision um, because she found out that I wasn't a yes person. Every single thing, yes, yes, yes. She didn't want to have a relationship with me, and that's fine. That's fine. Maybe this situation can help someone else. Maybe you've gone through something similar to what I'm speaking about. I had a hard time accepting the fact that this lady has been in and out of my life, never done anything for me, but she decided she didn't want to have a relationship with me. I had a hard time with that at first. But I understand now that everything happens for a reason. And some people are just not meant to be in your life. Titles and all, they're just not meant to be in your life. And I'm okay with that. We have to learn to be okay with people wanting to walk away. We have to be okay with us deciding to walk away from people. If you're around people and their energy does not feel good, if being around those people doesn't feel like home to you, if you feel like there's no love, do yourself a favor and walk away. Be okay with that. Even if you've tried and tried and tried, it comes a point in our lives where we have to learn to let go. And I'm sharing that with you because, like I said, maybe someone else has gone through that and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe you have. Maybe you know someone that's gone through that. When you have self-love, you're okay with people walking away. If anything, you'll hold the door open for them. Politely, respectfully wish them well and move on with your life. Don't let anyone knock you off your path and your journey and stop you from doing whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing in this life. We all have our own journeys and our own purpose. So stay focused and do what you're supposed to do. And those same people that walked away or that you walked away from is going to sit there and have a front row seat watching you be successful. And if they try to come back, politely wish them well, respectfully, and keep going. I don't think there's anything disrespectful about that, especially when you've gone through the fire and you've been helpful and you've been loving and you've done all of the things and people treat you like crap. You have to pick yourself up and have self-love and know that that is not the situation for you. That is not your family. That is not your tribe. I believe that the right people at the right time will enter your life. They don't have to be blood related to you to feel like home. You may meet someone tomorrow and it may feel like you've known them your entire life. Your energy just connects automatically. That's your tribe. Those are the type of people that you need to be around. That is the energy that you need to be in. So at some point in our journeys, we have to just learn to be okay with just being okay. Just knowing that this situation wasn't for me, and that's fine. I'm going to be okay. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to switch up. I'm going to continue to thrive and be the best me that I can be. And eventually, I'll tell my story and it may help someone else. Oftentimes people are embarrassed or ashamed of talking about certain things. I know because that was me for many years. I was ashamed and embarrassed to talk about, especially family issues, because I was afraid of what people may say or people whispering and talking about me and judging me. But at some point, I learned to not care about what people think because everyone is battling something. We all have issues going on, one way or another. So, who are you to judge me and who am I to judge you about anything? If you're going to judge based off the person that they are today. Who are they today? What are they doing? What are they doing for their community? What are they doing with their lives? Are they reaching back, helping other people? Are they a good person? Do they have a good heart? Is this person trustworthy? That's what you judge people off of. Stop being petty and shallow and talking about people based off of their family, the way they look, their size, their color, things like that. Stop it. Stop judging people. If anything, embrace them. Try to find out more about them. Love on them. Give encouragement. Those are the things that we need to do. And if more people did that, can you imagine how the world would be? The world would be such a better place if everyone showed love. If everyone was just positive and thought positive. I think the world would be much better. And on that note, I am going to end today's podcast. I appreciate everyone who stopped by to listen to me. If you're on the web radio station, if you're on TikTok, if you're on any of the other 10 platforms, I appreciate you for pressing that play button. You did not have to. You could have been anywhere else in the world. But you decided to stop here and support me, and I thank you. If you're new here, hopefully you'll come back and visit me again. Hopefully, something in this podcast, in this message, resonated with you. Maybe you know someone that could benefit from listening to it. Please share the content. You can reach me, KIMIJO774 and I will be sure to get back with you. Please allow me at least one day to respond. You can also message me on Spotify and the Feel the Beat web radio station as well. So I want everyone that's listening to me to go out there and be as amazing as you are. Have the most amazing day. Encourage someone else, uplift them, and remember